Hey y'all, I'm Carolina Tony, and if I sound like I'm hoarse, it's cause I am. Today the road brings me to Ridgeway, South Carolina.
I'm looking for a horse. Oh, you're hoarse.
Yeah, I'm hoarse. Today the road brings me to Ridgeway, South Carolina. I've been here before, but it's a neat old town, and we are going to wander around, and I have my new friend, Adam the Woo.
Hello.
Yeah, this is a pleasure. This is the man that got me to where I am today. Kind of, sort of. He inspired me to create YouTube videos. Well, anyway, we're going to look
I don't know
around.
if you caught that, but I had my glasses in my hand, and I went to reach for them here. So you got that on film. It was very awkward. I had it here, and I went because I thought they were like hanging right here. Anyway.
It don't take much. It don't take much to get me off the interstate on a dirt road. Anyway, we're going to get started.
Right after this station, identification.
That's it, what he said. One of the things that I think is really neat about this little small town is this is the old police station.
What's this, Tony?
This is the old police station.
And they say it's the smallest station anywhere. In the world, in the U.S., probably in the U.S.
Yeah, this was the old town well before it was a police station.
So the animals, like you get the donkeys and the mules.
And you see the little hole there, that's where the water would pour out. And the animals would come here to drink. We are at the St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. It was established in 1839. We have run into a gentleman that's going to show us the inside of this church. And these cedar trees, he says, are over 100 years old. And one thing that I noticed about this church is it has a slate roof.
Yeah.
You do not see a whole lot of that anymore.
No, that's been up there forever. Back in the Deacon's Act.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. This is in memory.
On the CSS lady.
This is the grave of Francis Marion Thomas. He was the first midshipman in the United States Navy to resign from the United States Naval Service after the secession of South Carolina. He's buried here. On December the 20th, 1860, South Carolina seceded from the Union. And this gentleman that's buried here, Henry Campbell Davis, this is his gravesite. He was one of the signers. Was very young when he did that. Wow. Look at the ceiling inside this church.
This is amazing in here. Church pews down here. Old-timey church pews. 32 years there.
All these timbers are all hand hewn and put together using pegs and large nails.
There's a little placard there. I like that. That's cool.
It's got a great sound. They've called it off because of the snowstorm that's coming for this Sunday. Yeah.
This plaque, this is a list of all of the members here at St. Stephen's that left to go fight for the Confederacy between 1861 and 65. We're going to go inside and check this old hardware out. And I've been in there before, and I think you're going to be blown away. You know, back in the day, when you come into the general store, all your goods would be lined on the shelves. And in this one, it still is. There's not a whole lot in Ridgeway, but if you need something, they've probably got it. measuring cups, flour sifters, a basting pot. It could even buy you some blue jeans. Now, when it was real cold weather, all the men would come into the hardware and sit around a wood stove and these very chairs right here, and they'd spit and chew and talk about how mean their wives were and how wild their kids were, and living the good life, man. All this old-timey stuff in the window. One thing this town does is it just kind of reminds you of a time when things were simple. So, Adam, what you think so far about Ridgeway?
I like that Bob gave us a little, he called it the 50-cent tour.
Yeah.
First he said it's a dime tour. He said, I'm gonna give you the 50-cent tour. It's 5 times better than the dime tour.
Yeah,
so
he
that was
raised
nice
it up. That church was pretty cool too.
It was cool to get that
Yeah,
Gothic architecture. Is that what they call it?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it looked very cool.
Old-timey stuff.
I see, if he wouldn't have let us in there, we would have never known how cool that church was.
Hey, you never know if you don't ask, right?
We didn't even ask. He just volunteered it.
Yeah. It's because he saw two good-looking guys. That's what it was.
The guys that, not us, the other guys that are sitting over there.
They say the Thomas Company is a tea room. It has been written up in Southern Living magazines and lots of other magazines. But upstairs they have high tea. But look on the corner of the building of the Thomas Company, an old neon sign, Philco.
That's a classic sign, huh?
It is. Of course, there's the Philco sign, but also if you look on the glass, it's Philco imprinted on the glass. And for anyone that didn't know, Philco, they did radios and phonographs.
And here is a photo from back in the good old days in front of the same building. I'm gonna walk back outside and I'll get the same angle from outside.
And it appears the whole town is like stepping back in time, because even here in the tea room, the old shelves. Well, I am here in Ridgeway at the Thomas Company tea room, and I'm having coffee. I'm having a warm decaffeinated beverage, but because I'm in the tea room, I have to drink with my pinky up. Ooh la la.
There's Superman right here.
Yeah, Adam's been filming all week and he's got telephone booths.
This is awesome.
Most of them had no phone, and then he had some with a broken phone, but look at this one.
Okay, I am in shock and awe right now. What are you looking for, Tony?
We're looking for Anvil Rock.
Anvil Rock.
Yeah. So we're on the highway between Winsboro and Ridgeway, and this is called Anvil Rock, but it's also been known as spinning rock or rotating rock, because they say that if you make too much noise, the rock will spin mysteriously. Yeah.
And it starts to spin.
That's what they say, but I don't see it. I don't see an axis.
Hello. That didn't work.
Yeah, it don't work. So they call it rotating rock, but I don't think it rotates, because the last time if it rotated, it would break that tree down, don't you think?
It would definitely break that tree down.
But I can see where it would be Anvil Rock, because it looks just like an anvil.
Yeah, there's a shot right here, yeah. I don't think it turned.
I would say, based on my experience as a trained research expert and rock official, this rock does not turn.
That's your expert opinion?
That's my expert opinion, that we can officially debunk the myth. This is rotating rock. It is Anvil Rock.
I like we both have the same idea to perch our cameras right in the tree.
Yeah.
That's how it's done.
You gotta be creative.
I did the same thing. I was perched right here.
Yeah. This is right across the road from Anvil Rock. It's this man on a pole.
What happened to the airplane?
I think the wind blew it down. It was in that tree right there.
There was an airplane just kind of dangling in the branches of the tree.
Yeah, like it crashed in the tree. Yeah, but for many years the plane was in that tree. This is the Winsboro Train Museum. They are closed. Yeah, I hear one running over there in the distance. We found out earlier when a man on the street just offered to give us a 50-cent tour. He took us by a big house that the president of Southern Railroad lived in. This old locomotive with many cars behind it here in Winsboro, South Carolina. The train museum is closed, but we can look from a distance. Back many, many years ago, these trains were pulling into town. Circus trains full of animals, clowns, lions, tigers, and bears. And we all come on the circus train. And here's one of the remnants of that history. The greatest show on earth. I'm kind of just meandering around some of these small towns without them. And we are in downtown Winsboro. And on the side of this building is apparently what Winsboro is known for. Railroad and horses. This is the old Winsboro town clock. It was a market where people would come sell their wares, but rather than being known as the market, they just call it the Winsboro town clock.
That looks like an old fire station in a lot of ways too.
It does.
It was used as a doors.
Yeah. This is
It's so cool where the top part will open, the bottom part stays closed.
so the horse can stick his head out.
Is that what that's for, the horses?
I don't know. Well, they said it was a marketplace. So I'm gonna guess
It does kind of look like
that
a
they can open
horse
it
farm.
up for ventilation and maybe keep the dogs out, or the horses running wild in the street. And this mirror on the side of this building, I'm not sure what it is, but if you will look behind it, it almost looks like a giant Mickey. See the ears? But I'm not sure what it is. South Carolina's own Robert Mills designed this courthouse. Now, in 1939, these stairs were added during the renovation. They were known as flying stairs because they kind of look like wings, and they seem to be flying or floating. We are right outside of Ridgeway, and this is a house that was built in 1820. It was an old stagecoach stop. And there was a sign in the front yard at one time, but apparently the residents have taken it down. But pretty cool. If you've got a very good imagination like I do, and you kind of just close your eyes and squint them a little bit, you can see, coming from that direction, a stagecoach pulled by 4 big brown horses crossing the tracks down. and pull it in here so the weary travelers could spend the night and perhaps get a cheeseburger and fries. You reckon?
They have those back in 1820?
I don't know, but it sounds good saying it. Ridgeway, we find also Rough Chapel, 1873. This church is on the Book of National Register. Well, that is going to be a wrap for our tour around Winsboro and Ridgeway.
Ridgeway.
And it's been a pleasure getting to know and meet my good buddy here, Adam the Woo. Been a great time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a big old thumbs up. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends. But until next time, y'all have a good day.